Hello. Today I'm going to go through the 6 things that I get my clients to do immediately when they sign up to my weight loss coaching program. For context, I am a fat loss coach. I've worked with hundreds of women to help them transform their bodies. I specifically help women who work 9 to 5 because I've had my own 15 kilo loss transformation as a woman who works 9 to 5, and now I help other ladies do the same. So I am currently getting out my comfort zone, sat in a very well-known coffee chain, doing this video. So let's jump into it. Number one is I get them to track their calories. A lot of people don't like doing this. A lot of people will skip this step. I believe it is necessary for most people to get an awareness of what they're eating and how many calories, roughly where their protein's sitting. And the internet will tell you that calorie tracking is obsessive and it's toxic. And if you want to keep believing that, if you want to keep going with that story, if that's serving you, roll with it. But chances are you're watching this video, it's probably not served you. So bite the bullet, track the calories, do it for 14 days, get an awareness of what's actually going in, and then you can choose whether to continue it or whether to use that data to then make more informed choices going forward. If you're unsure whereabouts you should be at or you want some targets to aim for, you can check out the description where I've linked my calorie calculator below. It's absolutely free to use, and it's going to email you your exact targets based on your height, your weight, your age, your activity levels, your gender, and so on. So check out the link below if you want to use that for free, and then you've got a good idea of whereabouts your macros and calories should be sitting. Number two, get specific with your workout schedule. And I mean hyper specific, at least again for the first 14 days, first 3 weeks, whilst you're building that habit, it is so important to get really specific. Don't be vague about when you're going to get your workouts in, because this leaves it up to chance. And chances are that there will come a time where you don't want to do your workout. You're tired. You've got any energy left, and you'll find a reason not to do it if it is not scheduled in. Be realistic about when you can do it, what days, what times, and then stick to that as a non-negotiable, rather than saying, oh, I might just do it Tuesday afternoon, or if not, I'll maybe just do it Wednesday. No, get specific, like when you're going to do it, and then when the time comes, even if you can't be bothered, you'll know that that's scheduled in to do it at that time, because you're taking the emotion out of the decision and you're just getting it done. Number three, cut out unnecessary liquid calories. And when I say liquid calories, I mean that we all have a calorie allowance, and it's good to fill that allowance with food, because that's how you're going to stay more full, more satisfied, and therefore probably be more successful with your adherence. Liquid calories don't really fill you up, and so I'm saying cut out the unnecessary ones. That doesn't mean you have to cut out all liquid calories. For me, I love my daily latte. It is a non-negotiable in my routine. It brings me joy. I'm not going to cut it out, but I'm not going to have 2 or 3 of those a day. And so many times when women sign up to my program, I see them consuming high sugary, fizzy energy drinks. I see them consuming coffees with sugar syrups in, with whipped cream, and it's just so unnecessary. You could easily swap to a sugar-free version. You could easily just have the one latte and then make the second and the third coffee like an Americano with just a dash of hot frothy milk, or make it black, or make it a herbal tea, a sugar-free syrup. There's so many different options, and these are easy ways to get your calorie intake back under control. I'm going to dive into the next 3 because I feel like I spent quite a lot of time on those first 3. But just a reminder, if you find stuff like this helpful, to subscribe, and also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at Natalie Louise Coaching, where I post daily tips for 9 to 5 working women like you, like me, to help you lose those 20 to 40 pounds that you're on your journey to lose. So, number 4, unfollow the noise. Go on your Instagram, and if there is anything on there that is making you question your decision, making you question your plan that you're on, making you feel like that you want to pivot, or that you should be doing something else, or that is sending you into a spiral of confusion, unfollow. Get rid of the noise. It's just, there's so many times where actually, everything works. It's just a case of sticking to it long enough to be able to see the results from that and get the benefits. And if you're constantly switching lanes, if you're constantly switching up your approach, you're never going to make enough momentum to actually get anywhere with the thing that you've chosen. So my advice is just cut out the noise. Once you've got a plan and once you've decided on that plan, just follow it through and see what happens. Give it not just weeks but months of your commitment, and get rid of anything that's making you um, fall off or question those decisions. Number 5, tell your household about your goals. Now, I'm not saying you need to tell your 5-year-old that you're on a weight loss journey, but if you live with a partner, if you live with someone else who does your cooking, or you live with someone who likes to keep certain things in the house that aren't conducive to your weight loss goals, then involve them. Don't try and keep it a secret. Don't try and take the high ground. Tell them that this is important to you. Tell them that you're on this journey, and tell them that you'd really appreciate their support. It's going to make the whole thing so much easier. You're going to feel like you've got that backing, and you've got that person to turn to in the times where it does feel hard, or you've got someone to hold you accountable if you need them to. Number 6, final one, is set short-term goals and instead of just long-term goals, because I'm guessing you're on this journey because you've got that long-term goal. It's very clear in your mind that you want to lose X amount of weight, or you want to get to certain dress size, and that's cool. That's really good to have. But at the end of the day, it's not the wanting of the goal that gets us there, it's the inputs that we do along the way. And so a great way to stay motivated is to set yourself some short-term targets so that you can celebrate your milestones along the way. Set yourself some strength targets in the gym. Set yourself some adherence targets to your, calorie tracking. Set yourself some accountability targets to weigh in every couple of days, or complete your workouts for the week, or hit your macro goals. Start small, work your way up, and when you do hit those things, don't forget to celebrate yourself. Don't forget yourself to pat yourself on the back. The more enjoyable and the more um, you know good you can bring to this journey, the more you're likely to stick to it long term. If you're constantly looking at what the next goalpost is and you're not taking the time to sit and reflect on how much progress you're making or everything that's going well, it's going to feel like a much more negative process. It's going to feel like a chore. Whereas if you can flip that and just be constantly celebrating these little wins that you've set yourself and then achieved and then gone to a higher target, you're going to feel like you're making so much more progress. It's going to feel so much more productive, and you're going to have so much more fun with it. So those are the 6 things that I tell my clients to do when a new lady joins my one-to-one coaching program. If that's something you're interested in, then do go and check out my Instagram at Natalie Louise Coaching. You can book a call. Apologies, this video is far from perfect and I get very nervous speaking in public, but this is something that you got to do sometimes.